Hello my dear friends. Thank you for your support. I hope you'll find the information I provide helpful and satisfying. Now let's get started. Your friend, Stephen Ignite. Here are quotes about learning, to inspire you on your lifelong journey of growth and discovery. A mind is like a parachute, it doesn't work unless it's open. Thomas Dewar. A mind once stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimensions. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Helen Keller. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. Anyone who stops learning is old. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Nelson Mandela. Challenges are what makes life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. Change and growth are inevitable. John F. Kennedy. Change is the mother of progress. Benjamin Disraeli. Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd. Voltaire. Education is a progressive discovery of our ignorance. Will Durant. Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. John Dewey. Education is not the filling of a pot, but the lighting of a fire. William Butler Yeats. Education is the key to progress in a changing world. Kofi Annan. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. Malcolm X. Education is the premise of progress, in every society, in every family. Kofi Annan. Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one. Malcolm Forbes. Failure is not falling down, it's refusing to get up. Chinese proverb. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Arianna Huffington. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Confucius. I would rather attempt to do something great and fail than to attempt nothing at all. John F. Kennedy. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. W. B. Yeats. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. African proverb. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. Eleanor Roosevelt. Learning hurts. If it doesn't hurt, you're not learning. Robert Frost. Learning is a journey, not a destination. Victor Campbell. Learning is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Victor Campbell. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Chinese proverb. Learning is not a spectator sport. W. H. Auden. Learning is social by nature. That's why we go to school. Robert B. Zajonc. Learning is the beginning of wealth, the foundation of progress, and the key to unlocking our potential. Kofi Annan. Learning without thinking is useless, thinking without learning is dangerous. Confucius. No man is an island, entire of itself, every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. John Donne. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls, the most massive characters are seared with scars. Khalil Gibran. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin. The beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. B.B. King. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, they must be felt with the heart. Helen. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Peter Drucker. The difference between successful people and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince Lombardi. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Helen Hayes. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Michelangelo. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought at a time. William James. The habit of learning is the most powerful habit you can develop. Albert Einstein. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Alvin Toffler. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Albert Einstein. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. The key to wisdom is not what you learn, but what you unlearn. Alan Watts. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. Confucius. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Albert Einstein. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Dr. Seuss. The most beautiful people we have met are those who have known defeat, known struggle, known loss, and found their way out of the depths. These are the people who have a true appreciation, a sensitivity, and a profound understanding of life. These are the people who make us complete. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. The object of education is to prepare the young to educate themselves. G.K. Chesterton. The only journey is the one within. Rainer Maria Rilke. The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. Carl Rogers. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only source of knowledge is experience. Albert Einstein. The only thing better than learning is teaching. Zig Ziglar. The only thing that stands between you and your dream is the will to try and the belief that it is actually possible. Joel Brown. The only true mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. John C. Maxwell. The only true wealth is knowledge, and the only true power is the power of learning. Leila Gifty Akita. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. William Shakespeare. To learn and not to think is to waste one's opportunity, to think and not to learn is to peril one's way. Confucius. To teach is to learn twice. Joseph Joubert. These are just a few of the many inspiring quotes about learning. I hope you find them motivating and helpful on your own journey of lifelong learning. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it and have a nice day. Until we meet in new videos. Your friend Stephen Ignite.